In this video, we'll walk you through a brand new 2-bedroom laneway suite that we just finished building here in Toronto. This property was bought in the summer of 2021, and despite prices coming down since then, it's managed to hold its value pretty well because of significant upgrades to the main house and the laneway suite build. So we'll take you on tour first and then walk through the numbers and details back here with you. But before I do that, check this out. This is a heads up that you can get our complete Toronto real estate investing guide for free on our website. You can see things like a breakdown of typical costs, rents, appreciation, sample financials that you can change up to see how it affects your returns, and even try out a quiz to see what might fit you best. I'll put a link to the free guide in the description below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss other content like this made just for real estate investors in Toronto. This is our laneway suite. First off, you'll notice that the build spans the entire width of the lot, and it's a pretty big benefit for laneway suites. Now, even though you can build a house in the backyard without a laneway nowadays with garden suites, you can only build up to around 80% of their frontage, so you might not get as big of a build there. Next, let's talk exteriors. Here, we went with a fiber cement panel cladding and a composite wood accent. Of course, there are various choices for exteriors, and metal cladding can be just as durable and cost-effective, but aesthetically, we do like the look of this more, especially with the wood-looking accents. And the other thing is, going with one exterior trades simplifies the build process as opposed to coordinating with different exterior guys that each only handle brick or wood or metal or composite. So that's why we went with this. Now let's keep going. It's not a huge house at just under 950 square feet, and so we needed to maximize usable space for rental purposes. We knew we wanted 2 bedrooms, at least 1.5 baths, and we managed to squeeze all of this in. According to our HVAC tech, this is the smallest HVAC room he's ever worked on, but they all managed to fit. An HRV system, everything that's used to heat up the house, and we also put in not a condo size, but a full-sized washer and dryer and a cute powder room on the main floor too. Now, because the house is not so big, we wanted to go with a light color palette and an open concept to make the space feel bigger. We went with a lighter tone vinyl flooring plus a minimalistic modern kitchen, complete with a kitchen island so that we can maximize living space on the main floor. We chose floor to ceiling glass rails instead of wood rails for the stairs, and because you can't have windows on the sides of the house, we added huge windows in the front and the back of the house plus 2 skylights, and that definitely helped to bring in more natural light into the space. Heading upstairs, we have 2 good-sized bedrooms, closets, and a full bath with modern finishes. And with a laneway suite, you are required to have angular planes on the sides facing the main house that's over 4 meters high, and this is how it looks like from the inside. This dormer that sticks out is allowed and actually helps to add extra usable square footage to the space. It's winter right now, and unfortunately, it is too cold to finish up the backyard right now, but closer to the spring, we will be working on the backyard, and it will end up being a shared space between the main house tenants and the laneway suite tenants, and that's it for our tour. Now, let's head back to my desk, and I'll run through some numbers with you. This property closed in the fall of 2021, and then right after that, we did a $60,000 renovation to the main unit in the house so that it can be rented out first for $3,400, and then kept the basement vacant because we needed access to it to connect plumbing and utilities. At the time, interest rates were low, so even with the main house, it managed to pretty much carry itself, which did make it much easier to work on the build in the laneway. Next, we started the laneway project at the beginning of 2022, and from start to finish, it took around 1 year to get things done and costed close to $400,000 in both soft and hard costs combined. The basement renovation cost an extra $35,000, and so the total capital cost for the entire property comes to close to $720,000. The laneway suite will be rented for $3,000 a month, and the basement 2-bedroom unit will be rented for $1,800 per month. So all in all, the property will be a huge cash cow, cash flowing $3,100 per month. Now, as real estate investors, I'm sure you're also interested in return on investment and how much the property is now worth and how much equity can be pulled out so it's not just sitting in the property. Now, because the construction period is at least 1 year long, how much the property can be refinanced for post-build can swing one way or another simply because of big swings in market price since the start of the project. So let's take a look at the base case where the market stays pretty stable. In this case, the new value should be worth at least the purchase price plus build costs, which would bring the value to $1.45 million. The thing is, this property was bought in the summer of 2021 and prices have fallen around 10% since then. And after the downward adjustment to market prices plus build costs, the property now ends up being closer to $1.35 million at cost. On the other hand, doing the build yourself usually means you also gain an extra little bump in value add appreciation, and that's your sweat equity put into action. Now, the refinance value can be pretty much in the hands of the individual appraiser that you get assigned to. Right now, we are getting appraisals coming in close to $1.45 million. And so the difference between our property value at cost and the appraised value would be the value add gain from doing the build. Because there's just not a lot of comps with laneway suite builds, we've also seen some banks appraise properties based on market cap rates. In this current market, I'd go more conservative at a 6% cap rate, even though the market cap rate is close to 5% right now. And in that case, we would see a value of $1.44 million. So that's just slightly lower than the appraised value right now. And so the next step here would be to go back to the bank to refinance the property right now at $1.45 million. And if we do that, we would be able to free up $400,000 of equity, and the property would still be cash flowing positive at $1,000 per month. As you can see, putting in major value add work does help to cushion the effects of a downturn in the short term. And at the end of the day, value add work usually gives you better rent yields and better appreciation in the long run too. But of course, this type of active return on investment does require a lot more capital and a lot more experience, and so it's really not for everyone. If you've done some renovations before and you're ready to look into a project like this, let's chat. We'd be happy to share more about these projects and help you figure out if they're right for you. We're a real estate sales brokerage that focuses on investing in houses and multifamily homes in Toronto, and here's how it's like to work with us. First, we'll do a discovery call with you so we get to know each other more and help you get your financing ready, and then we'll teach you how to analyze deals. Once you're set, our sales team will work with you to find the best opportunities on the market and eventually help you buy the best one for you. Houses typically need a bit of renovations and will help you with a detailed scope of work and contractor connections. And then once you're ready to rent out the place, we also have leasing and property management services if you need it. So if you want to learn more about any of this, just head over to our website at the link down below. Again, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and look for us on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn if you want to hear from us more regularly. You can also head over here to check out our other videos. Thanks so much for watching and see you in the next video.